What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. KG is back. Match preview time ahead of a 6-pointer is putting it lightly, isn't it? It's an absolutely huge game. And I'm just going to say this straight off the bat. It's a must win. There's no draw for me. If we lose, it's a disaster. Draw, no good. I need to see 3 points tomorrow. And I'm just going to say that now. So that tells you just how big the game is tomorrow. And it's, well, Tuesday, I should say, depending on when you're watching this. Leeds United versus Leicester City. Massive 6-pointer, relegation 6-pointer, people. This is the match preview for it. Gracia's comments. Look, Richard and Jamie kind of sum it up here. Richard saying yet another drip off of press conference. Gracia needs sacked. Hopefully after tomorrow he's like watching paint dry. No wonder our players are useless. Jamie also echoes and says Jamie didn't inspire much confidence. Rather seems a rather placid, uninterested type of fella. Don't see much in his comments to expect to win tomorrow. And again, it's about your manager being a reflection of you, isn't it? And I know I always go back to Jose Mourinho, but do you remember? No one will remember this. Jose Mourinho, when he was manager of Real Madrid, knew there was important games coming up. So he told two of his players, one being Javi Alonso, I can't remember who the other one. I think it was Sergio Ramos. He told them to get sent off so they wouldn't miss the knockout stages. That's what you call a tactician. That's called thinking ahead. This guy he's like the opposite end of the spectrum, isn't he, in terms of personality? He's hardly got one. And again, with the comments today, not much in it, but I think there was a couple just to take forward because there's a doubt in if Verber or Cooper's going to make it, which kind of like just skewed my lineup straight away. So I'm not really going to do a full starting 11 because we don't know what it's going to look like tomorrow, which is, obviously it's a good thing. I still maintain that it's good that if we don't know, the opposition don't know. But oh my God, if those two are out tomorrow, in light of how we're going to probably set up against Leicester, boy, oh boy, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hannah Rose is saying, I don't think I can watch it tomorrow. It's going to be behind the sofa, in between your fingers, everything else like that. I'm going to be nervous watching this game tomorrow because there is just so much riding on it. And you can already think Elland Road is going to be tense. It's going to be tense. And that was something that he said today, by the way. And you know me, I've gone on managers for this before. Mentally, this team needs the support of the fans. Hey, brother. The fans of Leeds United have been very, very patient. And I've often said before that the fans are too patient with these players. When we've been like smacked 5-6, they'll still applaud the players off. Again, not saying boo them off, but don't give them applause. No, it's time for the players to give the fans something to cheer about. You go forward, start on the front foot, put your best players on the pitch, give us something to cheer, give us something to believe, because the last 3 performances, no one believes. I'm seeing it in my comments. I'm seeing through messages on Instagram. People are just not believing anymore. And even I'm starting to look at Gracia and going, I don't know what this guy's got. Tobes today, tapping Tobes, shout out to him, Spurs fan. He finally came to the realization that Spurs are just the big 6 leads. And I've told him this for a long time, but it's not until Tottenham got their cheeks blown out by Newcastle yesterday that he came to that realization. He said to me that Spurs are just Leeds with Harry Kane. I said to him, we both recruit players that have got bozo genes. We've got great fan base that expect more but never get it. We allow mediocre players to look like they're world beaters. Teams that need a boost, they just play your team and they'll get something. That's why I always say to him, Spursy, Leedsy with the handshake. It's one of those. And I've said about getting rid of Gracia at this point, and people rightly say it's too late. But even Spurs again are looking at Stellini and have put his job on the line. They're saying, we don't know, we might have to go back to Ryan Mason. And that's where I am with him. If we don't beat Leicester tomorrow, we have nothing to lose by sacking him before Bournemouth. We don't have anything to lose. So it's important for me to see him at least set up like he wants to win the game tomorrow and not just hold back Leicester, because we should be going for Leicester's next tomorrow. Yeah, exactly, Karen. Fans always give great support no matter what. And if anyone wants to pick at the fans who were starting to mock like Rockers not missing the first man on the corners, forget that. No, you've been given enough chances. They could have mocked you many other times in games this season for the corners not going past the first man. People always have a breaking point in life. And that was obviously it for the traveling fans against Fulham. and rightly so. Um, but yeah, please like the video, people. I haven't done all the YouTube stuff, and subscribe and drop your comments and all that stuff. It's great, great, great. Uh, you know what? As well, I gotta say, dreams are beautiful, and sometimes they're not very nice. And this club has infiltrated my dreams, and I'm sorry to say it, but we all have different kind of dreams. Weird dreams, dreams we can't speak about publicly. Shh. But this one here was Jamie Vardy scoring a hat trick against Leeds. And I had to come on here and say, I know I said Vardy isn't the same Vardy, but he got a hat trick against us. It felt so real, people. I gotta say, it felt so real. It was like a final destination premonition. Like, I just hope obviously it's not true, because he's been past fit for the game. Harvey Barnes is fit for the game, which is not very good, because we'll see if we can stop the storyline of Harvey Barnes scoring against us every single season. Let's see if we can stop that. But up against Ailing tomorrow or Rasmus, yeah, it's cash money, isn't it? It's cash money for Harvey Barnes tomorrow. We're going to see the whole bow and arrow celebration, I'm sure. So I've got Leicester for 1 goal there. Sabrana here, who's also a new member of the channel. Shout out to you, Subramana. I hope I've said that right. Memberships are in the description, and also in the description is the match reaction link for tomorrow's game. So if you want to join me after the game, click the link and set the reminder. If he doesn't start Gnonto on a midweek game, I don't know if Gnonto is going to stay, even if we stay up. We don't know if Javi will be there next season, but we may lose Gnonto too. I think we've got a chance of saying of keeping Gnonto. Javi Gracia can't be here past the summer. I think that I actually thought I was out on the ledge. I didn't think anyone else was with me when I said Gracia needs to go, but I've seen it a lot more. People have been messaging me as well, saying, I agree, he needs to go. He can't be the man past the summer. And if people are telling that to me, it must be going on the official channels too. I can't imagine it's just to me and then not being said on like Leeds United official channels. So they'll know. They read the feedback, they get the feedback, and they'll know that Javi Gracia hasn't endeared himself to the fan base on the whole. There's some people that still believe in him, and that's cool. But for me, I don't believe in him. And I do think if we stay up and Javi goes, I do think we got a chance of keeping Gnonto. I genuinely do, because no one else was not going to play him. No one else is not playing Willy Gnonto, and that's why I've put in the title. He has to start. Have to start him. Start Somerville. Let's get that connection going back on together. Give him a run. Don't give him a short leash. If they're not doing anything by the 50th minute, don't take them off and proceed to leave Harrison on if he's not doing nothing. No, give him the game. Give him as long as possible, however fit they can be. Gnonto has to start, people. It's important for me. Give me some inspiration off the team sheet before the game kicks off, please. Drop some of the underperformed play. Unfortunately, we can't drop all of them. We can't drop all of them, so some do have to play. But please give us the best chance of scoring goals. We have to. The crowd need it tomorrow. It's going to be tense at Elland Road tomorrow. Chris King is saying, would you take Brendan Rodgers? Leicester fans seem to hate now, but loved him for years. Brendan's got that. He's got that like Jose like kind of thing where he's good for like 2 years, and then it just goes sour. But he's a good coach. If he was appointed in the summer, I wouldn't have many arguments against it, because you're guaranteed to get a couple good years out of him. But yeah, I'm not overly against it. The only one that I wouldn't take, and even with Javi Gracia, is Graham Potter. I've got no interest in Graham Potter. So if you ever ask me about that one again, no thanks. For me, he's all hype. He's all hype now. And until he proves himself in another job, nah, not for me. But Brendan Rodgers has got pedigree. He does have pedigree. Almost took Liverpool to a league title. So he's done way more than what we've done recently. So yeah, Brendan's not a bad shout, but I think he'll be in demand in the summer, won't he? Let's have a look. Skip here saying we just need to go on full attack. Don't want to see us sit back and hope to catch Leicester on the break. Absolutely not. We've got to be the aggressors tomorrow. We should have been the aggressors against Fulham, but we can't change that now. But we should have been the aggressors against Fulham, who were in second gear at best. Also, people, Meslier got back in the game today, so it will be Meslier. So no matter how many people are saying about Robles coming in, it's not happening. He's standing by his man, and that's a bit of faith on Meslier. But again, just like when Ailing was getting game after game after mistake, it's a bad message. it's an awful message. But he's our number one goalkeeper, and he's going with him again. He just has to eliminate the bozo stuff. The Fulham goals came out of nothing. You know, that one where he flapped at it, could have left it, could have tipped it over the bar, punched it. He flapped it right back into the box, man. I mean, yeah, I mean, he's just got to be better. He's not the only one, but he has to be better. He has to have his concentration on. Just be the best version of yourself, Melia. You've got to come back into it, man. You're being left behind. Not gonna lie to you, LeBron, Magic Mike. Hey, these French goalkeepers are leaving you behind. The only one that you're with right now is Lloris. You don't want to be with Lloris right now because he got subbed at half time. Do you know how rare it is for a goalkeeper in football to get subbed? Yeah, you go in that way, Melier. So you're in tomorrow. You've got to be on it, please, 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 please. Um, Gracia, is this a 6 pointer? It's a very important game at a crucial time. All remaining games are important. Of course, playing at home, we have to be focused, knowing Leicester are coming from a win. It will be demanding for us. I mean, just that. I mean, yeah, I hear what the first people said. He doesn't inspire confidence, does he? He doesn't inspire confidence, but I mean, Bjorn here. I mean, Bjorn. Honestly, Bjorn. I would love you to set up a channel because I would love to hear your comments. I would love to hear you say them out and just hear what your thought processes are. Uh, who would come in, Bjorn? In the summer, you start from afresh. So it's just like in the January transfer window. You can't attract everyone that you could have possibly got in the summer, but you could definitely attract a better caliber coach if Leeds United are in the Premier League. We're a big draw, get big money, will possibly be taken over by the 49ers by then. There's a lot to work with here, but it has to be on the premise that you get to bring in your own players. That's got to be a key thing for me. We've been getting coaches in that have been happy to work with what we've got, and that's obviously where they've been hiring. Hopefully the 49ers are going to be a little bit more forward thinking and say, listen, we'll hire all the people you need, but you give us a list of players that you need and we'll try and get them for you. Because this coach and these players, I've already said, the common denominator with all these coaches is these players. They've got to go. A lot of them have got to go, no matter how you do it. So yeah, there's going to be there'll be a list of people that will come in for Leeds United's job in the Premier League. Of course they would. Wolves got um Wolves got Lopetegui. Villa got Emery. What, are we small potatoes now? I don't think so. There will be people that will come in. Darren, I mean, come on now. 49ers will bring it Ancelotti. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. Um, but yeah, um, yeah, like I say, we'll see what happens tomorrow. I just said that Cooper and Verber are doubts, unfortunately. So yeah, we'll see if either of those two play. For me, it's important that we have one of the two on, at least one of the two. I preferably cannot believe I'm saying this, people. It's Twilight Zone in here. I preferably prefer both of them to be playing tomorrow because I think we need them at this point. But yeah, um, yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100% Nige. If 49ers do take over, they'll bring in their own people, a new manager. I believe that too. I believe that too. I don't even think Victor Orta survives. And Victor Orta's been pally with one of the directors that comes, isn't it? So yeah. Let me just see if there was anything else worthy of note. Let me just have a quick look. Um, I don't think there was. He says Orta and Kinnear are supporting him. Yeah, yep. He's given his job to this life and he will sleep in June. Yeah. All the people around the club deserve to stay in the Prem. Yeah. Oh, and yeah, Melier, after his Saturday's mistake, he reacts well. He has a strong character. Okay, right. Darren here saying, KG, what about Cock at right back? I think a poor Cock is still better than Ailing or Rasmus. Yeah. I mean, we literally we have to try. We literally have to try something different, don't we? We have to try something different. And for me as well, I said it, I kind of alluded to it yesterday, but yeah, Ailing comes back in. Now, for anyone that's going to try and be smart in the comments to say, yeah, you were calling Ailing out to come out. Yeah, and he was right to come out. It was right for Rasmus to go in. But as we saw in both games so far, Rasmus hasn't exactly pulled up trees either. So now we got to go back and just swap out I'm not even going to say mediocre because it's unfair to mediocre players. Another poor right back for another poor right back. But let's see if Ayling's sitting out the last two games as giving him a little boost or a little rocket up the backside to be a bit better. You know what I mean? And yeah, the person before that saying Robin Koch and then play Verba Cooper centre backs. Yeah, why not? What about a three-man defense? Just do something different, god damn it, please. Oh, sorry for the religious people there, but just do something different, please. Yeah, I know, Tommy. I know it's mad, but I just need to make it clear just before anyone thinks, and if any passion merchants decide to subscribe to the channel thinking that I'm hailing Liam Cooper as the be all and end all, I'm not. I'm just saying desperate times call for desperate measures. All right, so please, passion merchants, stay away. Bunky say just caught your live from Vancouver. Two wins coming this week. Marched on to get a cage. Huge. And I just wanted to just touch on the Bournemouth result as well because they got absolutely blown to smithereens by West Ham at home. And does that mean now, do people see Bournemouth in a different light, or does it only count when we get hammered? Is it just a blip for Bournemouth, or are they beatable again? Because the way some people going on is like Bournemouth are now the new, Brighton or something. Bournemouth got taken to the cleans by West Ham. Now, 100%, West Ham have got better players. Um, have got better players than us, 100%. But I think that the Bournemouth game is another one that if we go on the back of a good result against Leicester, we can go in with confidence. I think that is how it has to be. So yeah, unfortunately, Darren, yeah, it looks like West Ham is out. It's looking like we're being left in that little group of relegation teams. The group is getting smaller, 100%. Let me just get the table up because I haven't looked lately. I try and avoid the league table. I don't know about anyone else. Yeah, we're still 16th, 29 points, but yeah, above us is Bournemouth with 33. And let's say Bournemouth lose the next one and we beat them, we catch up to them. But Leicester are just behind us with 28. And it's funny, isn't it? We're ahead of Leicester, but Leicester are favourites for this game. Make no mistake about it, Leicester are favourites for the Tuesday game, just purely for the last win. It's not like they're in scintillating form, but they've won their last game and we're looking very, very bad. So yeah, it looks like it's 3 of 5, unless we can pull Bournemouth back into it, unless Bournemouth can go on another little, Fugazi run. At the moment, it's 3 of 5, unfortunately, and we're in that 5. It sucks. But yes, um, I know Deshaun still not at 30 points yet. It's embarrassing. I gave you the graphic yesterday, didn't I? Of 70 games and losing half of them and whatever it was. It's just poor, isn't it? Um, David saying Cocker's not got football ability to play at right back. He has played at right back before, but yeah, that's why I'm saying let's just go with Ayling and forget about it. I think Ayling will come back in tomorrow. I'd be very surprised after the non-performance Rasmus put in. It's not like Rasmus was he just wasn't there. being real, he wasn't there. I mentioned yesterday about William trapping the ball in that spot. There was no one around him. Not one person was around him. William just had the ball on the spot for 5 seconds before he delivered a pass. It was embarrassing. Embarrassing. But yeah, we need to win this one tomorrow, people. Make no mistake. How are you guys feeling going? I'm asking the live chat now, and obviously, if you watch a replay, and we'll do score predictions now, and then we'll get out of here. But how are you feeling for this game tomorrow? How are you feeling? I'm seeing different options there. People talk about different options in midfield. I would still play McKennie. I know a lot of people are against him, but I would take Aronson out and play McKennie further forward. I think we'd get more from McKennie being advanced in the midfield than where he's been playing. And if not, change it. I would love to see JB play, but it's not going to happen. Anything I say here is not going to happen, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter what I'm saying here. I would just love to see a more forward-thinking team. Something that will get me off my seat, make me go, even seeing Jorginho Rutter get a start. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what he could do behind Rodrigo. Somerville, Gnonto. We've been trying to defend. We've been trying to maintain teams. Let's try and attack somebody. Chris Clingy saying McKennie is a baller. He's just in a terrible team in the wrong position. Yeah, there's a mix of that. Although I would say as well, you can make the effort as well, Chris. If you're when it's not going for you, you can go to the defense, you can go to the goalkeeper and say, "Give me the ball. I'm about to cook." And he hasn't really done that either. So it's a mix of both. I do still like McKennie, but yeah, it hasn't been good the past couple of days. But we can't drop everybody, unfortunately, because if we take out both him and Rocker, who have both been equally as bad, do we bring in Greenwood and JB? I don't really like the sound of that balance. You know, Archie Gray was cooking for the under 21s. I'd love to see him eventually, but I don't know maybe if this is the wrong time. But we need more players like that. We need more on the ball players, man. More ball players, man. These guys, honestly. You know what else I noticed about other teams as well is that they all look. I looked at Newcastle yesterday. Now, of course, Newcastle are fighting for Europe, but everyone else just looks a foot taller. Everyone just looks like they've got stature to them. Whereas our players it just seems like they're all shrinking right now and they're all just within themselves trying to hide. Does that make sense to anybody? What I'm saying there? When I'm looking at other teams play, even Southampton against Arsenal, their shoulders are up. They look like they're engaged, and our people just look like they can't wait for the season to end, like fans like me. Caden here saying 3-1 to Leeds. We're owed fight from this team. I want us to start quick and scare Leicester. They can do it. Yeah. Let's get into score predictions. Yeah, Dash. Everyone is way more organized. We look very messy and just sloppy. 100%. That's how I feel. Yeah, Lewis, diminished character, no awe around them. Exactly. I'm seeing other people, other teams, they're scoring goals or whatever it is, and they got like handshakes going on and everything else like that. Our guys look like they don't even want to know each other at this point. You know what I mean? But um yeah, Ruben here saying it's concerning. Gracia said change doesn't necessarily mean change in the lineup. Yeah, I know that's what I'm saying. He's not the guy, is he? He's not the guy. Um Shrinking violence, yeah. I'm glad other people can see it because I'm seeing like real. I mean, Brighton yesterday. I mean, just real players just standing up, playing for themselves, playing for the club, and everything else like that. And our guys, they look like they're strangers, and some of them have been together way too long. Um, okay, yeah. So yeah, score predictions, please. Let's go. Jammy saying 1-1 if we're lucky. Oh man, come on now. No. Bunkies 3-2 leads, please. Yeah. Jason here just saying about JB needs his chance. I think he would take it, and he's captain of England for his age. Yeah, there's no such thing as too young to play. There isn't, but yeah, I would play him. I would absolutely play him, but it's not going to happen. So I don't even sweat it. Zane saying KG, you and Tobe should do a therapy session together. Well, we play each other at the end of the season. Maybe if he wants me to, I'll hop on his channel. We can talk it out. We can talk it out. But yeah, shout out to Tobes. Um, yeah, Tasha, I see that as well. They look like they hate you. Yeah, they look like they're just there to not get fined, innit? They just look like they just turn up and say, "Oh, all right, man. Yeah, all right." Don't even ask how your weekend's going or any chit chat like that. They're just getting in, getting out. See you later. Michael DiCaprio 3-1 Leicester. We are down. I mean, there's yeah, 1-0, no confidence. I'm assuming that's to Leicester then. Yeah, he was right, Nige. He was right. They are scared. These are things that I've said for a while though. It's just that for Jesse on the pitch, he can't really say that. You have to treat some of these players with kid gloves. I'm afraid they can accept all the praise, as with everyone in life, accept all the praise. But as soon as a little bit of criticism comes, you can't say that about me. Way of the world, people. Dave here saying would settle for 1-1. But I think 2-1 Leicester. Yeah, and Andrew here, he's made a point. I saw it earlier in the chat and on a comment from yesterday's video. Shout out to you, Andrew. Big contributor in terms of comments. He was on about Rutter. If he's not being played in the first team as he should be, then send him to the under 21s at least to keep him match fit. Great point. But we saw this with Gelhardt, didn't we? We saw this with Gelhardt. We saw it with Somerville a bit as well last season and under Bielsa. They just keep him around the first team and hardly play him, but then they're not getting match fit. It's a silly thing. Lewis Bay as well, same thing. It's just organization. It's just not there, people. Um, let's have a look. Ian Broom saying 0-0. Yeah. You know what it is? I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm it's because it's a day out and the Jamie Vardy dreamers made me think, no, that can't happen. But I'm gonna go with a Leeds victory. I'm gonna put it on these guys to give us something back. They owe us it. They owe us this. They owe us this. Leicester are below us in the table, but they go in as favourites, and rightly so. I can't see us keeping a clean sheet, not for love nor money. Harvey Barnes will score more than likely. So if you like betting, I don't encourage you to gamble, but if you do, Harvey Barnes goal scorer, go for it. Yeah, I'm gonna say 2-1 to Leeds, and I'll be honest with you, that's more hopeful than me like outright believing it. But hey, if I can't hope on this one, then boy, this is gonna be a long week, people. It's gonna be a long, long week. Skip is saying us fans are fickle. If we win, then it will all change. Well, of course, Skip. Of course, if we win the game tomorrow, we will be all optimistic. Well, most of us will be optimistic. I don't like speaking for everyone. We'll be optimistic that we can go to Bournemouth and get something. If we lose, it's looking a bit murkier, isn't it? But you go by the results. You go by results and you go by patterns that you see. And you go by the coach as well. See what he's up to tomorrow. We'll see tomorrow if Jack Harrison and Harrison start tomorrow. If I see that in the starting lineup, then I'm not beyond getting someone to sack him at halftime and just say, Skubala, take over, mate. You know what I mean? One of those. I just need to see a positive lineup tomorrow and a positive attitudes from the Leeds players tomorrow. Please, please give us that. Chris here saying you're brave with that prediction, but hope you're right. You see that, Chris? And you're right. It is brave. But just imagine that thinking a 2-1 victory against a team below us in the table at home is a brave prediction. That's where we are right now, people. But yeah. Paul saying Barnes was injured. Yeah, he was injured, but Dean Smith said that he is on the road to coming back for this game, along with James Maddison and Jamie Vardy. So they're looking to be pretty strong for tomorrow's game. But yeah, we'll see what happens, people. I will be back tomorrow. That's been the preview. Let me just see. Let me just make sure I haven't missed anything because that bugs me when I do that. I look back in my notes. I go, oh damn, I missed something. No, I haven't missed anything, people. I haven't missed anything. So, no, you guys help inspire me too, Paul. I need it too. I'm getting lost as well. Um, fantastic, fan taste. I always get this one wrong. With all due respect, always love that. With all due respect, and then it's just an insult. But let's have a go. I love you, KG. It's total wishful thinking. Nothing says we win. 100% fan taste. I'm telling you, I'm not going by pure logic here. I'm going beyond it. I'm going for belief, hope, and everything else that you have as a fan. That is what I'm going with. That's the only thing that I'm getting to say 2-1 to Leeds because nothing else. You're right. Nothing else says we're going to win this game. Score 2 goals as well. I mean, can we do it? We'll see. But it's on the players to help get this result, and it's on the players to help get this result done. So it is asking a lot, but please, Leeds, please make this easy on us. Please, beg you. Guys, see you tomorrow. Come rain or shine, I will be here. Peace out. Like the video, subscribe. Drop your comments below. Thank you. Bye-bye.